doing a little bit of morning yoga at the park today. So we're going to begin with getting ourselves grounded, come to our mats, and you can come to seated meditation. And we're just going to go ahead and put our hands on our knees, and we're going to take some deep breaths and just arrive on our mat. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill up your lungs. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Another deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. One more breath in. And sigh it out. Just give yourself permission to just be here in this moment, and just give yourself permission to just take care of yourself for the next 45 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and start with some neck circles. So we're going to go ahead and roll our neck around a couple times one way, and then roll your neck around a couple times the other way. And bring your neck to neutral. We're going to do some shoulder circles here. So bring your shoulders up and back, up to your ears and down, and one more up and back. So as we move through our yoga practice today, you want to try to practice keeping your mouth closed and breathing in and out through your nose. It's called Ujjayi breath. So it's an ocean breath. It's almost like the sound of a conch shell when you hold it against your ear. So or like the sound Darth Vader makes when he breathes in and out. So as you move through your poses, try to recall keeping your mouth closed and breathing in and out through your nose. And as we do balancing poses, I'll ask you to find your drishti, and that's going to be a point about 4 feet in front of you that you can focus on. So you're going to have a focal point, and that's your drishti. Breathing, yoga posing, and finding your focal point is going to give your mind strength as well as your body. All right, with that being said, we're going to come to tabletop or all fours here. And I'm going to go ahead and start in cat-cow. So on an inhale, we're going to go ahead and drop our belly and lift our head for cow. Exhale, cat. We're going to round our spines, push the ground away, and tuck your pelvis and your chin in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Pull your belly up and in here. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, come back to tabletop, so your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips. We're going to come into child's pose. So bring your knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, and draw your hips back to your heels. On an inhale, reach out on the mat, and maybe your forearms come to the mat, maybe your head can come to the mat. We're going to take 3 deep breaths here in child's pose. So inhale. Exhale. Take 2 more breaths on your own. As you're coming into the practice today, maybe you'd like to set an intention for the day, for your practice. Maybe this is the beginning of a journey to become healthier, to take better care of yourself, maybe to find a little peace in your day. On your exhale, come on up to tabletop. We're going to take an inhale here. And on our next exhale, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So roll over your toes and you're going to lift your hips back, up and back. And your feet are hip width distance. Your hands are shoulder width distance. And your heels do not have to come to the mat here. You can pedal your feet out. The most important thing is to really lengthen your spine here. So maybe bend your knees and really lift your hips up. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Pull your belly up and in. And find your drishti, your focal point on the back of your mat. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Press your index fingers into the mat here. So take an inhale. Pull that belly up and in. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften your knees, and we're going to walk to the top of our mat. On an inhale, we're going to do a halfway lift. So hands to shins, pull your belly up and in. Draw your tail and your crown away from each other. Exhale, forward fold. Just let your head dangle here. And on an inhale, we're going to push through our heels. Come up 1 vertebrae at a time. Bring your hands high over your head. You're going to feel a little back bend here. Maybe look at your thumbs here. On your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And as we're here in heart center, remember to find your intention for your practice today. And also, always remember that if the pose becomes too difficult, you can find yourself in child's pose or seated meditation, and just join us again when you're ready. So bring your hands to your sides, palms facing forward for mountain pose. You're going to ground down into the 4 corners of your feet. Roll your shoulders down your back and pull your belly up and in. Tilt your pelvis forward. We're going to take a few rounds of breath here. Find your drishti. This is mountain pose. You're grounded and strong and tall like a mountain. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So now we're going to move into Sun Salutation A. On an inhale, bring your hands high over your head. Take a peek at your thumbs. Give a little back bend in your lower back. On an exhale, forward fold. Let your head dangle. On an inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, belly up and in. Draw your tail and crown away from each other. On an exhale, we're going to bring our hands down and we're going to step back to a high plank. And go ahead and lower your knees, your chest, and your chin. On your inhale, we're going to bring our forearms to the mat. Spread your fingers out. Your elbows are under your shoulders here. We're coming into Sphinx pose. So you want to press the tops of your feet into the mat and really lift up out of your shoulders. Feel that back bend in your lower back. This is our first back bend of the day. Some breath in here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to come back to tabletop. and push back to downward facing dog. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Make sure your feet are hip width distance. And just really lift your hips up high here. Maybe you can pedal your heels out one at a time. Take 3 breaths here. Find your drifting. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften your knees and come to the top of the mat. Your feet are together. We're going to take an inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins, belly up and in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, push through your heels. Come on up one vertebrae at a time. Root to rise. Hands high in prayer. Look at your thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to step back to a high plank. Look forward and press forward. Lower your knees. Bend your elbows. And we're going to lift up out of the tops of our feet and our lower back for upward facing dog on an inhale. Exhale, roll over your toes for downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften your knees. Come to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, belly up and in. Exhale, forward fold. Dangle that head. On your inhale, push through your heels. We're going to come up, root to rise. Now we're going to put it all together here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to a high plank. You can meet me in downward dog, or if you want to challenge yourself, come down to a low plank. On an inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. You can always find yourself in child's pose if you need a break. Take 3 rounds of breath here. And take an inhale, come high on your toes. Exhale, soften your knees, and we're going to walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. On our next inhale, we're going to come up to a chair pose. So you want to bring your hands high, your biceps by your ears, and your palms facing each other. If you can have your knees in alignment, a 90-degree alignment over your ankles, that's good, but if not, just do your best. Roll your shoulders down your back and pull your belly up and in, almost as if you're sitting in a chair. You want to press your lower back as if it's pressing into the back of a wall, to a wall. So 3 rounds of breath here. Find your drishti. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. lower. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to come down to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to a high plank and we're going to step back here. You can come to down dog, or if you want to challenge yourself, come down to a low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here. Maybe you want to take a little break here in child's pose now, so you can come to child's pose for about 3 breaths. Or you want to stay in down dog and really stretch out there. You can inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. If you're in child's pose, come to tabletop, and on your next inhale, push the ground away. As you exhale, push back to downward facing dog. We're going to take an inhale here and an exhale. On our next inhale, we're going to be coming into 3-legged dog on the right, so bring your right foot high as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring that right knee up to your chest. Step that right foot through. We're coming up to crescent on the right. So you want your toes pointed toward the top of the mat in the back. Your heel is up off the mat. Bring your biceps by your ears. Palms facing each other. Pull your belly up and in. And exhale. Shoulders roll down your back. Find your drishti here. Your front knee is at a 90-degree angle over your front foot. So we're going to take 3 breaths here in crescent lunge. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat and step back. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or neatly in down dog. And exhale, roll over your toes for downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, bring that left foot high for 3-legged dog on the left. As you exhale, bring that knee to chest and bring the foot to the top of the mat. On our inhale, we're going to come up to crescent lunge on the left. Biceps by your ears. Those toes in the back are pointing forward. The heel is off the mat. Try to get that front knee at a 90-degree angle. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Find your drishti. Exhale. Maybe sink a little lower. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to bring our hands to the mat. Step back to a high plank. Challenge yourself if you want, or go into down dog. If you want to challenge yourself, come down to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Remember, you can always take a break, Everett, in child's pose. Take an inhale. Exhale. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to bring our right leg high again for three-legged dog on the right as we inhale. And exhale, bring that knee to chest and step through. This time we're going to come up to warrior one, so bring that both heels in alignment, and the back heel is at a 60-degree angle. On your inhale, we're going to bring our biceps to our ears, Virabhadrasana 1 or warrior 1. As we exhale, we're going to open up to warrior 2. So just face the long end of the mat here. You want to have your drishti, your focus, over your middle finger. Take an inhale. Warrior 2 calls in all the strength of a warrior. As you inhale here, we're going to straighten our front leg. And as we exhale, we're just going to hinge at the hips. Bring your palm to your shin for triangle on the right. You really want to bring that right hand high and open up that side. Open up your side here. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. It's almost as if your lungs are stacked upon each other, as if you're in between 2 panes of glass. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and look to the mat and bend your knee. Frame your foot with your hands. And we're going to bring our toes to face the front of the mat. And step up a couple times. And we're going to take, coming into pyramid on the right. So take an inhale, almost a halfway lift. And as you exhale, forward fold over that front knee. Find your drishti on the back of the mat, and we're going to take 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Pull that belly up and in. Inhale. And as you exhale here, we're going to bend our front knee, bring our hands to the mat, and we're going to step back to a high plank. I'm going through the chaturanga, but if you want to just meet me in down dog, you can. Come to low plank if you want to meet me, if you want to challenge yourself on an inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog for 3 breaths. Shoulders away from your ears, belly up and in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, 3-legged dog on the left, so bring that left foot high. As we exhale, bring that knee to your chest and step through here. We're going to come up to warrior 1, so align your heels in the back. On your inhale, biceps to your ears. Your hips are squared to the front of the mat as much as possible. As we exhale, we're going to open up to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Focus on that middle finger there. Take an inhale. Exhale. Next inhale, we're going to straighten our front knee. And as you exhale, we're going to hinge at our hips. Bring your palm to your shin. Your right hand to the side. And really open up your right side here. Triangle pose on the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, look to the mat and bend that front knee. Frame your foot with your hands. Toes in the back, point to the front. We're going to step up a few steps here. And we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold for pyramid on the left. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to bend our front knee. This time we're going to bring that back foot up. We're going to meet both feet on the top of the mat. Bring both feet together. We're going to come into an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to forward fold, and we're going to heel toe our feet hip width distance for big toe grab. So bring your peace fingers with your palms facing each other and grab your big toes. On an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Just let yourself dangle here. Your knees can be bent. You can straighten them out a little bit if you want to. Maybe rock your hips side to side, your torso up and down, or just let your head dangle here. Find your drishti on the back of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands and heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come on up one vertebrae at a time. Hands high over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. So now you stay at the top of your mat. I'm just going to come to look at you. It's a camera here at the phone. And we're going to do tree. So we're going to go ahead and ground down into the left foot. We're going to do tree on the right. Roll your shoulders up and back, your belly in, and tilt your pelvis forward. Go ahead and kickstand your right foot on your left inner ankle. You can stay here or challenge yourself and bring it to your left inner calf or your inner thigh, never your knee. And go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. And it's okay if you wobble. Just bring yourself back to where you need to be. Hands to heart center if you can. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you can keep your hands here or you can bring your hands high in prayer. So we're going to take 3 breaths here. And you want everything pressing into the center. So you press your palms together. You press your thigh and your foot into each other. Inhale. Find your drishti. Pull that belly up and in. Exhale. Everything pressing into the center. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands to heart center. It's so important that we find some balance in our life. And tree pose really helps us get balanced. So we're going to do that on the left now. So ground down into the right foot, hands on your hips, shoulders up and back. Pull that belly up and in and tilt the pelvis forward. Ground down into the right foot, kickstand the left foot, inner ankle, inner calf, or inner thigh. And remember, it's okay to wobble. Just try to bring yourself back to where you need to be. Hands press into heart center. On an inhale, you can bring your hands high in prayer. We're going to take 3 rounds of breath here. Inhale. Find your drishti. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, we'll bring our hands back to heart center. And we're just going to shake that out a little bit there. Shake, 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 shake. All right. So we're going to go ahead. From here, we're going to bring our hands high over our head. Exhale, come into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat. And we're going to step back here to downward facing dog. We're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, bring your knees to the mat. And we're going to cross our feet behind us. We're going to come to a seat. We're going to come into butterfly. So you want to bring your bottoms of your feet together. And your knees are out like butterfly wings. We're going to take an inhale here. Just pull your belly up and in and lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips, and just come forward until you feel that stretch in your inner groin. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Sink a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to come back up nice and easy and bring our knees together. Bring your legs out long on the mat. And we're going to come to lie on our backs. We're going to do a couple rounds of bridge here. So you want to bring your knees to the sky, your feet hip width distance, and your palms are on the mat. Your fingertips, maybe they can touch the backs of your heels. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to go ahead and lift our hips up. Press your hips and your thighs up. Interlace your fingers behind your back and roll your shoulders underneath. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Make sure you have a nice healthy air pocket between your neck and the mat. Exhale, maybe uplift a little more. Inhale. As you exhale, just pretend like you have a block between your legs and you're squeezing that block to hold it in between your legs. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, release your hands and roll down 1 vertebrae at a time like a massage for your spine. I'm going to go ahead and do that again. So take an inhale here. Touch your fingers to your backs of your heels. As you exhale, bring those hips up high. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders under your back. And take an inhale. Uplift a little more. Exhale. Squeeze that invisible block. Inhale. And exhale. Take 3 more breaths here on your own. Go ahead and roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. And bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. If you can bring your forehead to meet your knees. And on an exhale, we're going to bring our feet high. We're going to do a little bit of ab work here. So take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring your feet to 60 degrees. Inhale. Exhale, bring your feet to 30 degrees and peek at your toes. Inhale, bring those feet back up. Exhale, bring your feet to 60 degrees. You can inhale, exhale, 30 degrees. Take a peek at your toes, and we're going to do 10 swims. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bring those feet high. Exhale, 60. Pull that belly in. Inhale. Exhale, 30, and peek at your toes. We're going to do 10 scissor kicks. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring those legs high. And we're just going to be here in waterfall now for a few breaths. Take about 10 breaths in waterfall. This is so good for just cleansing all the toxins out of your body. It's so important to drink a lot of water after your yoga practice and during if you need it, because this drains all the toxins out of the large muscles in our body. And then we drink the water and it flushes it all away. This is also a wonderful pose to do for anxiety, even depression. You can do it for as long as 10 minutes at home. You can put your legs up the wall. Sometimes it's nice to get a block and elevate your hips, or use your hands to elevate your hips. But this is a good one to practice right before you go to bed for 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and bring our knees into our chest here. Give ourselves another hug. And we're going to go ahead and come into happy baby. So you can take your peace fingers and grab your big toes. And just, you're going to pull your knees in towards your chest, towards the ground. You can bring your hands into the inner arches of your feet or the outer arches of your feet. Or just grab your big toes, whatever is most comfortable for you and your body. You can rock around on your lower spine here, give yourself a little massage. You can bring your legs out one at a time, or just be still in happy baby. Your next exhale, go ahead and bring your legs back together, your knees into your chest. Give yourself another hug. And keep your knees and your ankles stacked. Bring your arms out like wings. And just let your knees just gently fall over to the right. Maybe take your right hand and place it on top of your outer left knee. You want that shoulder ground as close to the ground as possible. You can gaze over your shoulder. You can look up straight at the sky, at the ceiling, or gaze over in the direction of your knees. Whatever feels good in your body. We're going to take some deep breaths into our lower spine here. As you take a breath in, feel that lower spine, that lower back, just feel it expand, and give it some love. It needs lots of love. Exhale. about 4 more breaths here on your own. And on your next exhale, go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug here because we're resetting the spine. Bring your arms out like wings. Knees and ankles stay stacked. And just let your knees gently fall over to the left. Maybe bring your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Try to get that right shoulder as close to the ground as possible. Take 5 breaths here. On your exhale, we're going to bring our knees back into our chest and give ourselves one more hug and just give yourself some love here. Okay, we're going to exhale and bring our legs out long and just let your feet fall open a little bit more than hip width distance. Bring your hands out by your side, palms to the sky, coming into Shavasana. So take a deep breath in here. And just open your mouth and sigh it all out. Thank yourself for showing up today. You did a wonderful job. Great job. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale and sigh it all out, just feel all the tension drain out of your body, down into the ground. Let it all go. Relax your forehead. Relax your jaw. Shavasana. Soak up all the new clean energy and all the new fresh oxygen you just created in your body. Just don't be anywhere else but right here, right now. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe bring your feet to the mat with your knees to the sky. You can roll on your right side or your left side. Use your bicep as a pillow. And just take a pause before you come back in to time, to space, pause and honor the pause. Give yourself a moment. Come on up to seated meditation. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. The divine light in me honors the divine light in each and every one of you. Namaste.
Namaste.
See you on the mat next time. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Hi.
Still have fallen asleep since waking up at 9 o'clock.
Bebe.